Hey guys, so you've got your morning routine down and you're feeling good, you're productive, you're getting your work done. However, as the day goes on, you start to get really quite tired and you start becoming unproductive. And usually the biggest reason for this is that you're not actually getting enough sleep. And now you need about 7 hours sleep, of good quality sleep every single night to be productive throughout the day. And if you don't get that, then it might be a case that you need to actually go to sleep earlier. So in this video, I'm going to share with you a few different ways that might help you actually get to sleep earlier, making you more productive the next day. But before we dive in, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified when I release a new video. If you ask most people around you, like, how do I get to sleep earlier? Most of them would probably say, I just go to bed earlier. And that's kind of true to an extent. Let's say if you want to be asleep by 11 o'clock and you go to bed at 10:45, then yeah, going to bed early, you'll probably fall asleep earlier. But it's not always a good idea to just go to bed like really early. If you go to bed at 11 and you start going to bed at 9, you probably won't fall asleep any earlier. You'll probably stay awake that whole time. So I do recommend you do it in stages, and so you go to bed like 15 minutes earlier and do that for a week, and then 15 minutes earlier than that, do that for a week, 15 minutes earlier, do that for a week. That will just help you transition into the earlier bedtime that you want to go to, make it easier for you, and you won't be laying in bed for 2 hours before you get sleep. But just going to bed earlier, it doesn't always work. And a lot of the times you'll just lay there and you'll be thinking and thinking and thinking. Your mind won't stop working. Like, how annoying is that? I hate it so much. It's so annoying. However, it is important to go to bed at the same time every night, because we are actually creatures of habit, and going to sleep is just another habit. And so if you do go to sleep at a certain time every night, then it will get easier and easier the more and more you do it. So don't just try and go to bed like 2 hours earlier. This doesn't really work. I would do it in stages, 15 minutes at a time, and slowly transition into an earlier bedtime. That's one way you can do it. Another thing that you can do is stop looking at screens whilst you're in bed. So laptops, TVs, phones, iPads, whatever. Because when you look at screens, it makes your brain think that it's daytime and that you should be awake. And so if you watch stuff in bed, then it might be stopping you from sleeping. However, I don't abide by that rule. Every night I fall asleep watching YouTube on my laptop. And I've tried many times to not watch stuff either on my phone or my laptop. And I just really struggle to be able to get to sleep. And I actually sleep less because my mind and my brain just keeps working. And so I've found the best route for me is that I'll turn my brightness all the way down on my phone, and when I feel myself getting tired and getting sleepy, I'll just close my laptop down and I'll fall asleep pretty quickly. The reason I like to watch stuff on my laptop is because it just stops me from thinking about stuff. That's what keeps me awake at night. However, I don't watch anything that's makes me think a lot, or that's really exciting stuff. I like to watch stuff that's quite boring, interesting but boring. Like I used to watch a lot of woodworking channels where they would build stuff. I used to watch restoration videos where it'd just be a person restoring this old antique thing, but he wouldn't say anything, there wouldn't be any music, and it would just be the sounds of like the tools that he's using. And That's what you want. You need something that's not engaging to you too much. You want something that's easy to listen to, that you don't have to concentrate on it. It's just background noise. Another good thing you could try and do is maybe not even watch something, but just listen to something, maybe the radio or something like that. I do also like to listen to the only time that I'll listen to somebody is if they've got a really calming and really relaxing voice. But you have to find out what works best for you. I like to do it that way. It might not work best for you, so try them out, see what you like best. Another good thing to do is before you actually get into bed is to have an evening routine. This tells your brain that you're getting into bed and you need to relax and you're about to go to sleep. But it doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to do anything complicated in it. For example, I brush my teeth, I floss, and I get my clothes ready for the next day. I do 3 things, very simple. You don't have to meditate. You don't have to do yoga. You don't have to do anything like that. Just do 3 easy, simple things. That's all I do, and it just allows my body to relax and my brain to know what I'm about to do. Also, one last thing I'd recommend that you do is try and stay off caffeine or any stimulants after a certain time. Like, I don't drink any coffee or anything like that after 4 p.m. because it's just not necessary. So I won't have any drink or coffee or anything past 4 p.m. and that's so it just doesn't affect my ability to sleep in any way, because it's just not needed. I have it earlier in the day. I like to have coffee earlier in the day to keep me going, but then after 4 p.m. it's just my cut-off time, and that's when I start to relax. So just to go through them all again, go to bed earlier. That's always a good one to do. Get in the habit of going to bed at the same time. We're creatures of habit, so make sure you start going to bed at the same time every day. Stop looking at screens, or maybe start looking at screens. Who knows? Try out what's best for you. I used to watch I used to watch this channel where it was just a guy cutting his grass, and my girlfriend always used to tease me about it, but it used to make me fall asleep. So watch stuff that's easy to watch that makes you fall asleep. Something else I like to do, like to watch, is like watching snooker and that, because quite often snooker's really boring, and it's just something for you to watch. It stops your brain thinking, but it also helps you sleep at the same time. But I'd recommend more than anything is to turn your brightness all the way down. Next thing is have an evening routine. Just allows your brain to know that you're about to get into bed, that you're going to relax. And also stay off caffeine and stimulants after a certain time. My cut-off time is 4 p.m. You find whatever time works best for you. And if you do all them things, you should be able to get to bed earlier, you should be able to get to sleep earlier, and hopefully get a good night's sleep and be more productive the next day. That's it for today, guys. I'll see you in the next video.